Okay, and we're live.
And we're live. Welcome to my basement.
Welcome to the basement. Welcome to a project that we've been working on sort of for a little bit of time. And this is like we're all a little inexperienced in this world, but doesn't really matter because like we're here now. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. Welcome to episode 1 of the Party Favorite Podcast. My name is Johnny McCormick.
And I'm Sam McKee.
And we are two friends, and we've been friends for a very long time. And I feel like for literally years, we've talked about the idea of doing a podcast back and forth. We've talked about different styles of it. And here we are doing a little bit of a grab bag pod. And that's kind of why it's called Party Favor. It's because there's no theme. And so do not ask us to do a theme because I'm going to be really freaking angry.
Don't ask us to do any themes, guys, please.
Now,
I know you guys are going to be asking us to do a lot of different themes, but please don't.
Themes. Please don't. Please, God, don't ask us to do that.
Don't do it.
If you've clicked on this episode, you already know what it is that we're talking about. But before we do that, I think it would maybe be worth it to just talk about us a little bit. You know, just get to know us a little. If that's all right with you.
Oh, with me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right with me.
All right.
Why don't you go first?
Oh, you want me to go
feel
first?
because I feel like you should go first.
Okay. I've been talking like a lot though. Which I know we're
Wait,
only...
stop for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. My name's Sam McKee. I'm 24 years old. I graduated in 2020, didn't get a prom, didn't get a graduation. Need you guys to know that.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that about you. I
Yeah,
didn't
do you know
were
what
one of
happened in
those.
2020? Were you there?
Oh, I was super duper there.
Yeah, you were there? Yeah,
Bro, that means
COVID.
you're my brother's age. That's kind of crazy. I didn't think...
Yeah, which brother's the same age as me again?
My brother Sam.
Yeah.
So you guys are the
Which
same...
is funny.
Yeah.
Because that's my name too.
Oh my gosh, it is your name.
We have the same name.
Same name, same age, same no prom, same no graduation. Did your
Yeah.
teachers drive by your house?
Oh yeah, 100%. They did this parade thing. Actually, we did have a graduation.
Mm-hmm.
What we did is we took our cars with our families in our cars and drove on the sidewalk in front of the school while the principals and the vice principal handed us a bag
Yeah.
that contained our cap and gown, some type of, I think the yearbook was in there, and our diploma, and a $50 Amazon gift card.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an amazing graduation gift. That's just
it was
awesome.
great. And you know what's awesome? I have no idea what I bought with it. Don't remember it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, probably something like that I definitely still don't use anymore and is probably thrown away.
Which I feel like Amazon just is that way. But I'm going to say this, bro. Amazon was not always that way. Amazon used to be awesome. Now everything is trash.
Yeah, like I think it started going downhill when you could get your groceries from there.
Dude,
Does that
easy.
make sense?
Yeah.
Like I can go on Amazon and buy a box of cereal,
Yeah, right now.
which is ridiculous.
It's so stupid. What's the dumbest thing that you Amazon on a regular basis?
I don't Amazon on a regular basis, but I guess you know, this is funny because I just said the thing about groceries, but we did have for quite a long time a recurring 2-month shipment of Tim Hortons coffee grounds that would come to our house from Amazon.
What an unbelievable waste of time and money.
Yeah. Because like when you get your groceries, you could just go buy coffee too. But
And
we just
why would
didn't do
you
it.
recurring Tim Hortons, man? Like I know that you guys ran into that type of thing, but like, bro, if you're gonna recurring on beans, there's better beans.
Yeah, but I think affordable beans, you know, that are mass produced as far as they come, Tim Hortons is the best.
Bro,
That's what we prefer. Their dark roast is very good.
we can argue. Maybe arguing about coffee is another episode of the.
But I would get slammed. I don't know.
Yeah,
anything.
you would be.
I am
You
not.
would get freaking bodied.
Yeah, if there's someone I don't want to have a debate about coffee with, it's you and my father-in-law.
Dude, yes, he's
Yeah.
got very strong opinions.
Dude gets barreled aged coffee grounds shipped to his house from Arizona. Don't tell him I told you that.
on a regular basis, dude.
I don't know how often.
He
He's done
did-
it at least once, and it was a hefty box.
He was actually just talking about how they increased in price, and so I don't know if that means he's going to stop doing it, but they're increasing in price. So
What it definitely means is he's going to want to stop doing it.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're 24. You graduated in 2020.
Yes, I am married to a wonderful lady, Grace. She's amazing. She is super pregnant. I'm
Yeah.
about to have a child.
She's upstairs watching The Lightning Thief.
Yeah, because the other day she's like, I really want to watch Percy Jackson. And I was like, sweet.
Pregnancy makes you do crazy things, dude.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. Yeah, I love movies. I love television. I love Star Wars, Lord
Yeah.
of the Rings,
Mm-hmm.
things of that nature, fantasy related things. I read occasionally.
Yeah.
I love the Lord.
Yeah. Sam and I are cut very much from the same cloth. Like I'm 26. I'm also married, and I just had my first baby, which is crazy. At this point of recording, she is about to turn 6 weeks old, which is insanity because
Crazy.
it just feels like we just left the hospital. But she's perfect and wonderful, and the whole world got together and decided that my baby was the best one. So sorry, man. Like, sorry that you.
They took a vote on that.
They did. And
They literally took a vote on
and
that. If
you
you
are
guys missed
lost.
it, I'm not sure how.
It was national headlines, bro. I also love movies and TV and music, and I also love Star Wars. Definitely, I feel like you're definitely a bit more passionate about Star Wars right now than I am. But I am passionate about Star Wars in the sense that I want better for the franchise than what's happening
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, it was funny because I won't talk about this for too long, but I've recently found my love for Star Wars again in the past few months.
Yeah.
And the Disney sequel movies, unfortunately, did really take me out of it. I don't know what it was. I was so excited when The Force Awakens came out. And even after I watched it, I was like, there's hope for this. This is heading in a good direction. Even though The Force Awakens is very A New Hope-y. Like,
Well,
it's
that's
just
why
A New
I love
Hope.
that one.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's not like the world's best Star Wars movie, but it was a really strong start to what inevitably was a bad series.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Like, dude, and then also the hype of that film back in 2017 or 18, that was crazy.
it was.
Dude, imagine being 18 when that came out. It was the best
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. It felt like the world was opening up again to you. And it
Yes.
was like, yes, we're getting a new Star Wars trilogy. There's not much else better that can be going on right now.
Bro.
So, like, I still remember that opening scene when the storm or I forget, is it Poe Dameron? He shoots at Kylo Ren and he turns around and he stops the laser bolt in midair.
I remember screaming in the theater.
Absolutely insane way to start that movie, just
Yeah.
electric. And I remember the mystery of before Kylo Ren ever removed his helmet, just being like, who is this? Like, what does he
Yeah.
look like? Not that he's nearly as intimidating as Darth Vader, but there was some like mystery there that made him more interesting.
Dude,
Anyway, they fumbled the bag there
100%.
and it took me out, but I've recently refound my love for that franchise again. I've realized that it is my favorite franchise. It always has been.
That's a very bold statement given how much you are into Lord of the Rings, man.
Yeah. And you know, it's weird. I got into Lord of the Rings probably later in life than most people I know. I never read the books until a couple years ago, and I actually still haven't read all of them. I've only read The Hobbit and The Fellowship of the Ring, but they were incredible. The Hobbit is probably the best book I've ever read.
Wow.
So good.
That's not like that surprising to me. I feel like, which is not to say that it's a bad take or anything. I feel like a lot of people say that, but you read a lot. And to put Tolkien, no, this is not that revolutionary.
Yeah.
The Hobbit is a great book.
Yeah, it's definitely not a hot take.
Yeah,
For
definitely
sure.
a hot take.
It's a cool take.
It's a great take.
Yeah.
It's a great take. But I'm just surprised that of all the things that you've read, like that is for sure the thing. You know?
Yeah, it was incredible the way it was written, and just knowing all the history behind Tolkien and what he put into those books is just incredible. It makes it so much better.
Yeah.
Anyway, all of that being said, I'm into some nerdy stuff like that,
so am I.
and I enjoy talking about it with friends, especially this friend over here to my right in my basement.
Stop. And I'm excited. Like, we both love movies, we both love TV, both are into nerdy things. Both musicians. Both of us love music, play in a band together, which is fun.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to talk about music at some point too, because
Oh yeah.
that's like really like I feel like you are for sure like the movie expert pro. Like you can talk shop about film like all the live long day. And then Uno reverse, I'm that way, but with music.
Oh yeah.
Love movies. But you are. I'm learning about myself that I am not nearly as intrepid of a movie watcher as I thought I was. I thought I was really unique and weird for liking some out there movies, and then I realized, well, most of the things that I would put on my top 10 are just like superhero movies,
Yeah, yeah,
which is
100%.
tough because I want to be this. I don't want to be a guy who's got 3 Batman movies in his top 10, but also,
But
I
how
mean,
can you not do
how
it?
can you not? Especially when they're so dang good. But that's not what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today is 2 things. We're talking about our top 10 TV shows of all time. And we're also talking about our Mount Rushmore of movies that we know are bad, but we choose to love them anyway.
Yes.
And I that's exciting to me because because I think that I have some takes on here that you're gonna. I just think that I have some things that you're gonna be like, that's odd. I didn't expect that. And I have literally no idea what to expect from you because, like,
Yeah.
we don't talk about TV nearly as much as we talk about movies. I feel like,
Yeah, 100%. I don't know if anything on my TV list is going to be too surprising for me, especially because you know me. Um,
sure,
and definitely one thing on my Mount Rushmore of bad movies that we think are good might you won't be surprised by because we've talked about it before. But the other 3 are a little bit out there, I
sure,
think.
that's great. I love that. Well, I mean, um, I guess we should just get into it.
Let's get into it.
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You know what? How about I'll start? Do you
Okay.
want me to start with my top 10 TV shows of all time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also, you don't have to have done this, but I also wrote in a few honorable mentions, but like doesn't matter to me.
I
You
did
can,
not write in honorable mentions, but I had one in mind that I was debating putting on this list that I guess I will put as an honorable mention. I actually have 2. I just thought of another one on the spot. So, The Boys, season 3 might be the best season of that show, in my opinion.
I think it's undoubtedly. I don't know
Yeah.
how it couldn't be.
So good. And then season 4, I was kind of on. Season 5, most of it was not great.
Yeah.
But then they did end it well. They ended it safely, but I think that that show needed that.
Yeah.
And so I'm okay with it. And then the other show I'm going to have as an honorable mention would be Dexter.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, Dexter, like seasons 1 through 4 are incredible,
hmm
and 5 through 7 are okay. And then the last season just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't seen the spin off shows, but I'm interested in seeing those
I was
too.
just about to ask you if you had, because one of my brothers is like super into Dexter, and he was talking about how I think they did like a sequel show or something like that
Yeah.
that he said was good.
Yeah.
And I've never tried Dexter like at all.
Yeah, I recommend it for sure. And I've heard the spin-off show is good as well. I think it's called New Blood. And then
Yeah.
there's even a prequel show with like a different actor too that I haven't seen. So I'll get into
I
those.
like the premise though. I like the premise of a detective who is a serial killer investigating his own crimes.
Yeah.
Like the bones of that are so strong.
Yeah. Early on, it's just incredible. Like it feels so high stakes and just so interesting. And everything that happens is so awesome. And there's some really cool gaslighting with one of the other cops and stuff like that. It's just super interesting to watch.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get into the top
Let's
10.
do it.
All right. And I'm going to go in reverse order. So I'm going
Same.
to say my 10th favorite show of all time and then get to my number 1
Bring it.
show of all time. So at number 10, I have Star Wars The Clone Wars.
Dude, I
animated
was
show.
thinking about putting that on there because it's so. Oh, dang it. I was thinking about putting that on there because it's so dang good, man.
Yes.
It's so good. And like, it's the one thing that Disney did that they like didn't ruin when they
Yeah.
started to touch it. It's so good.
Actually, they made it better, in my opinion. That last season that they did like years after the show ended was incredible.
It was perfection.
And the whole, any of those 4 episodes that are in like the Siege of Mandalore sequence are just some of the best episodes of TV of all time. Now, it's at number 10 because of the sheer amount of filler
Sure.
in this show and the amount of arcs that I just simply don't care about. Like Jar Jar Binks is in the show way too much.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
I would say that despite the filler though, like if no one is, if you're not into Star Wars at all and you want to have a good launch point, to me the two recommendations are watch the original trilogy and watch the Clone Wars. And if like I were to flip a coin, I just legit don't think it would matter which side of the coin you landed on.
Yeah.
As long as you know the context, you know?
Yeah.
That's it. Because they're both so freaking good.
Yeah.
I think that the Clone Wars totally is, I don't want to say it's equal to the original trilogy, but it's freaking dang close. I love that pick for me.
Yeah, when you have that much content and that much cool stuff happening, it's the highs of that show are just unmatched.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So
Dude, all the stuff with Darth Maul and
Oh.
Savage Opress and Asajj Ventress and like all of the like the
Yes.
Witch Planet and all of that.
yes, I love that arc too. I need to watch Maul Shadow Lord that just
Oh
came
my
out.
gosh, me too.
Need to watch it. I've heard it's incredible. So that's not on here, but it might be after I
Mhm.
watch it. Okay. Number 9, I have Friends.
Okay.
It was the first show that I fell in love with that I could not stop watching. It's a classic. Some people don't like it. I think you're one of those people that doesn't really like it. And that's okay. I do
well,
get it.
I think that, so here's what I think. I think it's a good show, but I think it's a bit overrated.
Sure.
But I love it. There's nothing I dislike about it. I used to go over to my buddy's house when I was in middle school, and we would play outside and we'd play video games or we'd like do whatever. And then at the nighttime, we would go to sleep on his 2 couches in the basement and watch Friends till we fell asleep.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I have like good memories attached to the show based on that, but I've never like given it a full deep dive, and I really have no reason to dislike it.
Yeah,
So,
I've literally watched this show beginning to end at least 4 times.
Wow.
And I've seen countless episodes just on TV. I mean, it would play, just like you said, on TV from like, I think it would start usually around 8 or 9 p.m. and it would literally play until like 3 a.m. So, yeah.
Friends.
I
I,
agree with
would
you
not
there.
have expected that from you really like at all.
Yeah.
I
in
didn't
my
even
top
know
10.
you were into it like that.
Yeah, in my top 10. I have the entire box set of the show on DVD. I just don't have a DVD player, which I need
Sick,
to get.
dude.
Okay, number 8. A show that is not finished yet and could be much higher on this list by the time it's done.
Can I guess?
You can guess.
Is it Invincible?
It's Invincible.
Yeah.
It's Invincible. That show has blown me away. I watched season 1 when it first came out, and then I did not keep up with it until season 4 was about to come out because I just lost interest. And then I watched the whole thing in like a week, and I was like, this is peak.
Yeah.
And
doubt.
season 4 was amazing, except for like 1 episode.
No doubt.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Number 7, The Office.
Oh, dude, yes.
Yeah. Some people might say I should have this higher up.
I think that it's such a special and wonderful show that it making a top 10 is just important in general.
And I'm a huge fan of comedy in television. It's probably my favorite genre of television in general.
For sure.
There's so many comedy shows I wanted to put on this list and I just couldn't.
Yeah.
You know, like How I Met Your Mother, Community, Arrested Development. I could name more.
Incredible shows.
Just great shows.
What did
that
you think about Parks and Rec?
We will get to that.
Okay.
We will get to that. Okay. And at number 6, I do have Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Probably the most iconic show of all time.
Can I give you my hot take on Breaking Bad?
Oh, I'd love for you to give me your hot take.
I am not finished with it. I've only watched it through once, but I don't know what happens in the second half of season 4 and 5. I've not finished it. I know that everyone loves it. I know everyone's like, this is undoubtedly the best TV show that's ever been created, no matter whether I like it or not. And I know that season 5 is supposed to be really intense and awesome, but I just keep waiting for it to get to that like unbelievable point, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's just not there for me. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
It's great so far. And I
Sure.
like the characters and maybe I'm dense, but like I don't know, I'm just waiting for it to get good.
Yeah. I do think once you finish the show, it just gets that much better looking back on the rest of it.
Sure.
And I do think undoubtedly especially the latter half of season 4 and season 5 are the best content that show makes.
Okay. Good to
So
know.
you're definitely not going to be regretful if you finish it.
Sure.
Now, I would understand, if after that it wasn't for you, it's not one of your favorite shows of all time. I get it. It's just so good to me and that ending is just so perfect and wonderful. And the fact that this character that at first you feel bad for, and then by the end you kind of are rooting against him because he's just fallen so deep into this thing that he's doing and they make you hate him is just
Yeah.
an incredible thing for a show to do.
Yeah. I will say though that like as Hannah and I are watching it, I keep looking at Walter's family and I'm like, this family sucks. And I don't love his behavior, but I mean, as a father, this dude's trying to provide. I get that I get there's some pride stuff involved, but like, why are you being this way? This dude's providing. Like you don't you don't have to love that he's a drug dealer, but you don't have to tell him that he needs to go and die already.
Skylar, shut
Sky-
up, Skylar.
They're awful. I literally hate watching Walter interact with his family because I think they're just terrible. And now again, not finished the show, but
Yeah.
they drive me insane. They're so annoying.
I understand that. It is funny because watching the show, it's nearly impossible not to find Skylar so annoying and unlikable. But what else realistically is she supposed to do?
Happy birthday to you. You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've never been more uncomfortable in my life.
Yeah, that's up there. That's up there with
It's
one of the
so
most
bad.
spine-chilling moments I've ever seen in any piece of media ever.
Unbelievable.
Hard watch. Anyway,
Breaking Bad.
yeah.
Love it.
So now we're in my top 5.
Great.
And these top 5, all these shows are special to me.
Why? Yeah, keep going. I'm just excited to see what's in your top 5 if
Yeah.
Breaking Bad is number 6.
Yes, just outside the top 5. Number 5, Stranger Things.
Wow, that's an honorable mention for me.
Oh,
Because
wow.
but not because I dislike it. I freaking love it. It's one of my favorite shows ever. But it is one of those things like I love the first 4 seasons.
Yeah,
And I love the last season not nearly as much as I love the other 4.
right.
So it's hard for me to like put on my top 10 if I dislike 20% of it. You
Sure.
know? But anyway,
I think when that 5th season came out, I was pretty hard on it at first. And the longer I've sat with it after, the longer I'm like, okay, I actually like how they wrapped things up for the most part.
yeah,
Obviously, it's got its issues, more issues than any other season has in that show.
no doubt.
But the first 4 seasons, I mean, I know people don't like some stuff in season 2. And when I rewatched it, I was expecting to like not really enjoy season 2. And I freaking loved it still.
Yeah, it's
Just
perfect
so
television.
good.
Like the first 4 seasons are literally perfect television.
Yeah, and I remember waiting in anticipation for season 4 to come out, and then it came out, and me and a couple friends of mine literally watched. So they dropped the first 7 episodes first, and then the other 2 came out later. The last 2, we watched those first 7 episodes all the day it came out straight through. We DoorDashed like lunch because we just wouldn't leave. It's like 9.5 hours of television. We just sat on my couch and watched it straight through and just could not stop. It
Yeah.
was so good. And this might be a hot take, but season 4 is the best season of that
No,
show.
that's not a hot
It-
take.
Oh,
That's-
you don't think it's a hot take?
No,
Oh, okay.
I can't even imagine why anyone would say otherwise.
People say season 1, which I totally
That's
understand.
fair.
Because when's the last time you rewatch? Because when on rewatch, I was like, I do understand why when this show came out, this would have been life changing for some people and just incredible television, and they never let go of that. But
Yeah.
for me, season 4 topped anything that show ever did.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say that it's a different genre of show between seasons 4 and 1, but season 1 had this like air of mystery to it that
Yeah.
I think people are attracted to, and it's something that I'm certainly attracted to. Almost it felt like a crime drama instead of like the sci-fi mystery that season 4 is, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think one is better than the other,
Yeah,
except
sure.
except in the sense that I think season 4 is no doubt the best season.
Yeah.
Which I know sounds like how do those two things work? If you were to flip a coin, and I would be okay with it landing on either side.
Yeah.
But I do think that they're I think they're just a little too different to apples to oranges compare, sort of.
That's actually really fair. I found, because I think the thing with season 4 is that it's the scariest season.
absolutely.
It was like very intense to watch, like, for the first time when you did not know what was gonna happen,
Yeah.
and it was almost frightening,
Yeah.
and not really knowing much about Vecna and introducing him, and he's, like, doing this crazy stuff to people, making them float in the air and
Yeah.
their bodies explode and stuff like crazy.
Season 1 feels like a 2010s crime drama, and
Yeah.
season 4 feels like if Freddy Krueger came out today.
Yeah. Dude,
You know?
yeah.
Like a
Actually, that's a really good yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I know that I think that I think it's true that they based Vecna off of Freddy Krueger, right? Or am I dumb?
I honestly, I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, in a sense, he's getting people in dreams, and even the kind of look of him with like kind of the long fingers
Yeah,
and the
it's
very
so Freddy
wrinkly
Krueger.
appearance. Yeah, very Freddy Krueger esque for sure. Okay,
But I'm with you on Stranger Things. I
Yeah.
wanted to put on my top 10,
Yeah.
but
I
I think
understand
that
why
there's
it's not.
enough wrong with season 5 for it to not make. But I mean,
That's how I felt about The Boys, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
like I was debating putting it on there, and I'm
love
just
those
like,
characters. I
yeah.
love them all.
Yeah.
And like there's not a character that I dislike in either show. It's just like so many dumb decisions.
yeah.
But anyway,
Anyway,
keep going.
I do want to keep going.
Yes,
but
I'm
I
sorry,
will
I
say
don't
one thing about The Boys too.
Yeah.
Anthony Starr,
Unbelievable.
incredible.
The greatest.
Incredible.
It's I mean, if you want to put the boys in the comic book like ethos, you're hard pressed to find someone who played a character better in a comic book anything than Anthony Starr with Homelander.
Yeah,
Like
couldn't agree more.
Homelander is one of the best written characters in any comic book story, no doubt.
Yeah.
Especially the TV show version, because the comics are too different, but sort of. But
Yeah.
like hats freaking off.
Yeah.
Like just perfect. Anyway, that's something we should do too. Like, what are your top 10 comic book portrayals? I guess maybe.
Oh, that would be such a fun list. to do.
Yeah,
I think we
because-
have a great idea.
Because
for
man,
2 episodes
I
from
think,
now.
yeah, I think that there's a couple that I think you would disagree with intensely, but that's
Ooh.
okay. That's okay.
Oh, it's okay. Not only is it okay, I welcome it.
Okay.
Bring them on.
Then let's do it at some point.
Okay, number 4, my 4th favorite show of all time is The Walking Dead.
Bro, it's another one I was gonna say too, man. It's just like I wanted it. One of my honorable mentions is like Walking Dead till Rick dies.
Yeah, dude. But I kind of agree, but there's just so much good stuff before it that I love. I mean, I could watch the first, what is it, like 8 seasons of that show over and over again with no problems.
Totally
And
agree.
enjoy it every time just as much. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have much else to say other than the fact that I just love that show.
Yeah.
And it just has a special place in my heart.
Perfect. I have nothing to add. I 100% agree with you.
Wonderful. I don't know if you'll really be how familiar you are with this next one. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Now, it's very possible you have. I just don't know if you have. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Nope. I grew up in a very Christian conservative house where we're not really allowed to interface with
No magic.
things that
dude.
are magical.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Absolutely not allowed.
I get it. Like I know people love it, but I've never tried it. And
Yeah, my number one's my number one is the new Harry Potter show that never came out yet. Hasn't come out
the
yet.
brand new one.
Yeah.
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 So you'd hate that.
I don't hate it. I don't
know.
hate any of these things. I
I'm
just
just
never have interface
No,
with them.
you should absolutely watch the show.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a kids show. So just to
Yeah, but
preface
there
that.
are some kids shows that are
Oh yeah,
gas.
yeah. I mean, this is definitely has to be in the category of kid show, but just the characters that you love and the storyline and the ending of the show, and just Aang is such a lovable character, and just honestly, all the characters in the main gang are just awesome. There's some moments in that show that are just some of the best moments in any television ever.
Yeah.
And I just can't recommend it enough. Everything with Zuko and Uncle Iroh is incredible. Uncle Iroh might be one of the best fictional characters of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I just cannot recommend it enough. It is a kid show. It's not super adult or anything like that. Some of the comedy is stupid but funny,
Sure.
but it's incredible.
Did you like Legend of Korra too?
I started watching it. I think I finished the first season, and then I never watched any more of it. I wasn't like actually super interested in it, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Because I think the take across the board is like Avatar is great, but people seem to love Legend of Korra like even more. But
Really?
maybe I'm wrong about that.
When that show was coming out, I do remember people saying that. And I don't know why I haven't found the time to watch it yet, in its entirety. But I have heard that people did love it a lot. But I've never really heard someone talk about it in the same way they talk about The Last Airbender,
Sure.
which is just, it's just so iconic. Like that first episode when they find him. I don't know if you know about the show, how much you know, but there's these two kids in the water tribe that end up coming with him on his whole journey, and they stumble upon this giant iceberg that Aang is inside of.
Yeah.
He's frozen. He's been frozen for I forget how many years, but a long time. And he's literally the last airbender that exists. And they find him, they're like, whoa, this is crazy. He's an airbender. Anyway, that moment is iconic when they just find him in the ball that he froze himself in.
Yeah.
Just incredible. Highly recommend it.
Okay. I'll get it done at some point. Promise.
My second favorite show of all time is Parks and Recreation.
Wow. I didn't know this about you.
Yeah, this is the best comedy television of all time, in my opinion.
Wow.
I love Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
In that show so much. I love his wife in the show, which is so crazy that I'm totally blanking on her name right now. Anyway, her comedy in that show is yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Incredible character.
Yeah,
absolutely love her. So funny. And just the fact that they, end up together and everything is just awesome.
Someone will die of a good time of murder. it's so good, dude.
Dude, it's so great. The bloopers from that show are maybe the best bloopers ever,
No
which
doubt.
is so stupid. It has nothing to do with the show, but it's just true. And Ron Swanson, incredible character, like one of the funniest characters ever. It's totally unintentional, but it's so good.
No, he's great.
And, Amy Poehler as Leslie Knope, just incredible, hilarious, little unlikable at first, which is like really, honestly, my only problem with the show is that the main character in the first season is kind of annoying and unlikable.
Yeah.
It's kind of like The Office.
Yeah.
Like at first you really don't like Michael Scott, but then you learn to love him, which in a way is what makes that show great.
But I feel like you learn to love Michael much faster
Yes.
than, what's her name?
Leslie Knope.
Yes, Leslie Knope. Thank you. Because, I don't know if you ever listened to any of the podcasts or anything that they did about The Office, 10 years after the fact. But
Oh, no, I did.
Brian Baumgartner, who plays Kevin,
Yep.
did a podcast about 10 years after the show came out. I don't remember the name of it, but he talks about how between seasons 1 and 2, they had a creative direction shift where instead of trying to do a 1-for-1 of the British original Office, they were like, this season's really bleak and awful, and it's just kind of like watching people do horrible things. And so what we need to do is shift the writing so that way when the episode ends, there's like a hopeful moment at the end of it. And you pick that up right away in season 2. I don't remember what episodes are season 2, the very beginning of it, but you can pick up right away that there's that shift towards hopefulness, kindness, character development instead of just watching Michael be a racist jerk, you know?
Yeah.
And like season 1, 6 episodes. So like you learn to love him so fast.
True.
And I think the big turnoff for me with Parks and Rec is I don't dislike Amy Poehler, but that is I'm whatever on her character. But everything else is wonderful.
It takes a while to get used to her character, and the character changes and becomes much better as the show goes on, I think. But the thing is that while that's happening, the side characters are just so awesome and hilarious and wonderful that it's fine. Like, I'm just fine with it.
Yeah.
And a lot of shows, unfortunately, end horribly. And this show has a fantastic ending. Like, I don't think anyone can really argue with the fact that the last 2 seasons of The Office are just not as good as the rest of the show. Now, I don't hold that opinion as strongly as probably a lot of people do. Like, people say after Michael leaves, the show sucks. That's not true.
That's
it's still a
not
great
even
show.
close to
It's
true.
still a great show. But Parks and Rec literally only gets better as the show goes on, and the ending is perfect. There's a time jump, which I don't always love, but I love it in that show.
Sure.
It's just, and everybody gets everything they want in such a nice way. Or everybody gets everything that you want for their characters, I should say, in such a nice way that it's just like, how could you not love it? If you haven't, like, watched the show in its entirety, dude, I mean, obviously, I recommend all these shows. They're in my top 10 if you haven't seen them. But, that show ends as perfect as a show can, except for this next show. That's my favorite show of all time.
I have literally no idea what it could be.
Really? That's
I
fun.
mean, I don't know. I'm sure that you're going to say it. I'm going to feel like an idiot for not guessing.
No, I don't think you will. I think, I don't know. My number one show of all time, my favorite show of all time, what I think is the best show of all time is Better Call Saul.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is the spin-off from Breaking Bad, which, it takes place before the events of Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's about their lawyer in Breaking
Jimmy
Bad,
McGill.
Saul Goodman, or Jimmy McGill. And I cannot explain how good this show is. It is just perfection. The first 2 seasons are just this guy who's kind of a, he's a shady lawyer. He kind of does not play by the rules. He does not really follow the law, which obviously you pick up on in Breaking Bad. He's a lawyer for criminals. But it gives so much backstory to like why he's this way and, just how he grew up. And there's this really great character, his brother, I think his name's Charles. He calls him Chuck. So Chuck McGill, who's like a very good, highly renowned lawyer in the area. And their relationship in that show is just incredible. And then what happens with him is just insane. And then, oh my gosh, and I haven't even talked about all the stuff with Lalo, Salamanca, and Nacho in that show, which is just, Lalo is scary. They literally created a character that they knew they were, like, spoiler alert, he ends up dying because he's just so insane and so scary and intimidating that if he existed when Walter White came around, Walter White would have been dead in the first season.
Sure.
He would have been killed by this guy. Just insane.
Yeah.
The tragedy of this show is so, like, gut-wrenching, like, because, I don't know. You root for him in such a way, and then he just keeps doing all of this stuff that's just bad. But you want him, you see the good. They do such a good job of showing you the good in him, and you want to root for him, and then just this stuff just keeps happening and gets tied up in all this horrible stuff with Lalo. And the character Nacho in that show is just an incredible character. You just feel so bad for him by the end of his time on that show.
Yeah.
Oh, and the ending when I don't know if you know this. The show ends with 2 episodes that are mostly in black and white, and the black and white means that it is now after the events of Breaking Bad. So it's like the aftermath of Walter White's confession, and them finding out.
Finish Breaking Bad. Dude. I don't know it, bro.
Oh my gosh!
Don't spoil Breaking Bad.
Oh my gosh! I kind of spoiled it.
It's okay.
A little bit.
I don't know anything. It's fine.
That's crazy.
I don't even know how to contextualize that, so don't worry about it.
Sure. Okay, so so it's the aftermath of Breaking Bad, and I won't say any more than that, but you watch that, and after watching Breaking Bad and just everything that happens, and he gives this amazing speech. I won't tell you where it's at or what he says.
Walter or
no, this would be Jimmy.
Sorry,
McGill, like the main character of Better Call Saul. The show kind of ends with him giving this monologue that is just awesome. And oh my gosh. Yeah. That show blew my mind. I didn't even think I was going to really like it that much. I kind of just felt like I had to watch it because I liked Breaking Bad so much. I was like, surely this is pretty good. And it's just far and above any show I've ever seen.
Yeah. I believe it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Somewhat for Breaking Bad doesn't necessarily end well for Walter.
Sure.
I've
kind of gathered that.
I
don't really know how
the first time I watched that show, I'm like, this is not like, because especially in season 4 and 5, it just goes further.
Sure.
Which is why the show gets so much better. Like, because what kind of show would it be? He's like, you know what?
Maybe I should walk away from all of this.
No more meth for me. I'm not making millions of dollars anymore. This would be no. He's already too far in, bro. He just digs himself a deeper hole.
And obviously, the show is so famous for doing exactly what you said, like taking the main character and making him a bad guy, making you hate him. And so, like, of course, it only gets deeper. I just don't know the ending.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm looking forward to finishing it.
It's so good. There's just so much that happens.
Yeah.
At the end of the show. And like in the last season, that is just like, holy crap. I mean, literally one of the episodes in the last season was for a very long time until people review bombed it. It was the only show on IMDb that had a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah. People I forget why they review bombed it. Like this is recent news. Anyway,
People are scummy for no reason.
I know, and now it's like way down. But anyway, doesn't matter. That's my top 10.
Excellent. Can you just like rapid fire it real quick?
Yes. Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Friends, Invincible, The Office, Breaking Bad, Stranger Things, The Walking Dead, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Parks and Recreation, and then number 1, Better Call Saul.
Excellent. I think there's some overlap in our lists, but I think the big deviation on my list is with how good some of the Netflix production quality has gotten. I love the micro series stuff that's like 3 to 8 to 10 episodes that are all just like unbelievably well written. And it's really hard for me to not take a bunch of those shows and put them in my top 10.
Yeah.
But my criteria for this was like, I could start this show anywhere at any time for any reason and be totally okay with it. That was kind of like my like that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And so,
like if an episode was on TV,
I'm never going to be like, oh, turn this
on.
off and turn on something else.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard for me to think about something I'd want to turn off, you know. So some honorable mentions that I had really quick. I am not done with it, but I've been loving Paradise. Did you watch Paradise?
Never watched it.
Wow. Amazing.
Is that the cartoon show
No.
with no, it's not. Okay,
It's
a different,
on Hulu.
I'm thinking of a different show.
And I don't remember the guy's name. But the lead black guy actor in that show is freaking phenomenal. And I don't remember his name. Oh my God, it's like Daniel something. I'm
going to look it up while you're talking.
The show is insane. Whatever you do, try your best to not read anything about it if you're going to watch it, because if you go in blind, it's awesome. Love Paradise. I'm not finished with it yet, but it'll be up there probably because the first season is just so mental and so good.
Yeah, I know this actor, Sterling K. Brown.
Yes, Sterling K. Brown. His name is not Daniel. I don't know where I got
immediately recognize this guy though. So
that guy, he's like, I don't know if I put him in my top 10 actors of all time, but every time that dude's on screen, he commands all of my attention. He's so good. He's so good. HBO did a show called The Outsider that's based on a Stephen King book that I love. Well, I didn't read the book, but the show is really good.
Yeah.
It's got Cynthia Erivo in it too, which is crazy. I didn't really recognize Cynthia Erivo, but she was awesome. Lost is one of those shows that like the first 4 seasons are phenomenal. Season 5 is boring and season 6 is okay.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
so it's hard for me to I was trying to show Hannah Lost. We were all the way through it. We loved it. And then season 5 hit, and we're like, this is really quite a drag.
Yeah.
Prison Break's the same way. Prison Break, the first 3 seasons of Prison Break are amazing.
That should have been an honorable mention of mine. That show's awesome.
It's awesome. But then season 4 is such a drag.
Yes, it is.
But then season 5 is awesome.
Yeah.
The reboot that they did.
Yeah.
So good.
Yes.
And then a sleeper pick that I love, but I used to watch with my dad all the time, was Forensic Files. Do you remember Forensic Files?
Wow. No, I never watched that, but I do remember this show though.
Classic.
Wow.
Like, oh my gosh, such a great show.
Yeah.
And not because like the production quality and the writing or anything is like phenomenal, but just like it's perfect. It's crime drama. You can turn it on at any time, and the mysteries are good always, you know?
It's kind of how I feel about Criminal Minds.
Sure. I never
Which
watched
if I
Criminal
had
Minds,
thought about honorable mentions, that might have been on there, because I actually did consider that putting on the list too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for the same reasons, like it's just super cool.
Yeah.
Crime mysteries, and it's FBI level, which makes it fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so with that, here's my top 10.
Here we go.
Number 10 is Matt Reeves' The Penguin.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have not seen it. I was wondering as I was making this list if I had seen this show, if it would be on there, because I have only heard how perfect this show is.
Awesome, dude.
I've only heard amazing things, and it's a crime I haven't watched it, and I will make it my mission to watch it.
Colin Farrell as the Penguin is a generational casting.
Yeah.
Like, and to spend that much time with him and to have a villain as dynamic as Kristen Melody as Sophia Falcone is like, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
And you don't have to know anything about Batman to like the show. It's just
Sure.
a fantastic. You don't even have to have liked Matt Reeves' Batman. It's so good.
Yeah.
It is so up there. And I didn't watch it right away. And I feel like a moron for not watching it right away because it's perfect. The whole thing, top to bottom, is perfect. I can't think of anything that I'm like, this is bad.
Yeah.
So Penguin, fantastic. Right above this is a show that Hannah and I watched together all the way through, and we just love it and talk about it all the time. It's a show called The Good Place. Do you know about The Good Place?
Yes. I have been recommended this show many times.
I am pretty sure I cried a few times watching The Good Place.
Wow.
It's very special.
Yeah.
It's a very special show, but it also like puts on such display. Like, so Sam and I are obviously believers, and it puts on such a display of like why the world needs the gospel so much and why the gospel's so much better than anything we could come up with.
Yeah.
Because like the whole premise of the show is you go to heaven or hell based on a point scale for when you do good or bad things. But then that's not very hard to quantify that's not very easy to quantify because the show gets into the idea of, well, you know, is it an evil thing to buy a shirt? No. But is it an evil thing to buy a shirt that you know is being built in a Chinese sweatshop? Maybe, but are you guilty for that thing, you know? And it's tied a lot with philosophy and theology but while having unbelievably wonderful, charming characters that go through so much development.
Wow.
That literally, it's literally watching 5 or 6 characters going, guys, the answer to all of this stuff is Jesus. And if you just committed to Jesus, your lives would be so much better.
Wait, is that for real in the show?
Jesus or?
Yeah, that. Like characters saying that.
No.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
but-
Oh my
but-
gosh.
but
I thought you were just saying that was part of the show.
No,
Sorry.
no,
I
no.
was like, that's crazy.
It's just like these characters make philosophy and
Yeah,
philosophers their gods. And it's like, well, Immanuel Kant is awesome, but Immanuel Kant is not going to help you in a moral dilemma.
Yeah.
What will help you in a moral dilemma is absolute truth, and absolute truth comes from God.
Yeah.
Right? So
I
all
love
that. It's all that to say that like it's a beautiful representation of how much we need the gospel, but also just an amazing show.
Yeah.
It's awesome all the way through. Kristen Bell is the lead actress, and
Yes.
she's just so good. And Ted Danson is the main supporting character, and we love Ted Danson so much. Anything that he's in now, we'll watch it because he's just so charming. And
That's awesome.
wonderful. He was also in a show that you guys should watch called Man on the Inside on Netflix. And I
Okay.
think I may have told you about it before, but he plays an elderly undercover detective who goes into a nursing home to investigate a crime, and it's really quite awesome. It's a
Wow.
great show. Here's one that I think that you would never have ever picked up for me. This is my number 8 pick.
Interesting.
In 2010, BBC did a show about Sherlock where Benedict Cumberbatch was Sherlock and Martin Freeman was John Watson. And the premise of the show is it's Sherlock Holmes and John Watson as if they were people who lived in 2015.
Wow.
So it's like techie and modern, and Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman are the perfect casting for these two characters.
Yeah.
And why I love it so much is the whole show is 12 episodes, but each are an hour and a half long. And it's like watching a Sherlock Holmes movie every single time you sit down to watch it.
Wow.
And it's perfect. It's perfect. It's a perfect show.
Yeah.
And then what's funny too is like those two guys down the road went on to be in The Hobbit. Benedict Cumberbatch was Smaug and Martin Freeman was Bilbo. And so here they are.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
I always forget Benedict Cumberbatch is Smaug.
And what's so cool about Smaug too is like obviously like there is, you know, a lot of computer editing to his voice, but Benedict Cumberbatch's voice is already so intimidating.
Yeah.
They
You
don't
ever
really have to
seen
do
him
anything.
doing the computer imaging and he's voice acting while he's doing the motion and
Yes.
it looks hilarious.
Yes.
But it's like how is there not an Oscar for actors who do that? Because
Yeah.
Andy Serkis would have won like 8 Oscars by now.
No doubt.
Because he does it in
Gollum
like
is one
everything.
of the most iconic freaking characters of all time.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I need to watch the Sherlock show because I watched those Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock movies, which were like not that good in my opinion.
The first one was great.
I actually liked the second one more.
You're so crazy.
I
for
don't
that,
know
bro.
why. I
It's okay, but-
hated the, and obviously I like this is partially on me because the supernatural aspect of the first one was annoying me a lot.
That's crazy because that's like my favorite part.
Yeah, I don't know why. I want to see Sherlock Holmes like solve, and it ends up by the end of the movie he did like
Yeah.
this guy was making all these things look
Right.
like supernatural, but they were not. But me being a stupid, audience person watching the movie, I thought it actually was supernatural stuff going on,
Sure.
which made me like hate the movie. And then
Sure.
at the end when it's revealed that he was doing all this crazy stuff, I was like, okay, still didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. But then I watched the second one, I was like, this one is more normal
Yeah.
and like no supernatural stuff, and I just thought that was way better. That's what I want to see kind
Can
of
you
out of
look up
Sherlock
who
Holmes.
played Moriarty in that movie? Because I don't
It's
remember.
Jude Law.
No, Jude Law is
Isn't
John
that
Watson.
Jude? Oh, you're
Jude
right.
Law's John
I'm so
Watson.
stupid. Yeah, you're right.
Because the guy who plays Moriarty in the BBC show is freaking unbelievable, and is one of the highlights of the whole series. But I don't remember who was Moriarty in.
I
in that
actually don't know
movie.
this either.
Now, the Robert Downey Jr. movies are good. I think it's wild that you think the second one's better than the first, but that's okay.
Yeah,
I'm not upset.
I found the second one so much better. I don't know why.
If you can, the BBC Sherlock is on Disney Plus, and over paternity leave, I got to watch that again because just hanging out with the baby and all that. And man, it's just so fun. I grew up on it. I forgot how much I loved it, and it was such a delight to pick it back up. Now, I will say, if you get into it, you remember when Tumblr was a big deal?
Yeah.
It's very like Tumblr coded. Like there's a lot of weird, like, I don't know why a character would do and say this type of thing, but it's kind of like snarky for snarky's sake, sort of. But that's also kind of just the character that Sherlock Holmes is, you know? That part's kind of tough to get past, but
Yeah, in the movies, I was a little shocked by that. Because I honestly, I hadn't really seen any media about Sherlock Holmes or watched anything that was Sherlock Holmes related before. So he was like way more of a jerk than I thought he'd be. I don't know how accurate that is.
Well, I don't know how. I've never read a Sherlock Holmes novel, but I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you have a guy who's the most intelligent man in the world and is a drug addict for the most part. Yeah, he's gonna be a not fun person to spend time with.
So you were looking for the actor in the movies?
Who plays Moriarty?
Yeah. His name is Jared Harris. I'm not familiar with that guy. I don't remember. Oh, okay. Now I'm looking at him and I'm like, yes, this is Jared Harris, I guess. But yeah, he's a familiar look. You recognize him a little bit.
I don't recognize him.
You don't?
What else has he been in?
Let's see. Well, he's been in the other two Sherlock movies, of
Sure.
course. He's been in Mad Men, which I don't know if you've seen any of that before.
No.
And he's in Chernobyl, which I've actually never seen, but is a very popular show.
Chernobyl's awesome.
Yeah.
That's another one of those like micro series that's just so good to get into.
Yeah, that and like Band of Brothers I've heard I need to watch.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen either of those, unfortunately. Who knows? Maybe they'd be in my top 10, but I haven't seen them. Anyway, so number 8 was Sherlock.
It was Sherlock, and I love Sherlock. And
Wonderful.
I feel bad for putting number 7 as low as I do because I just love it and it's so perfect. But HBO's Smiling Friends is just so awesome. It's just the perfect show.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. I love it so much.
Yeah, I could have guessed that would be on your top 10, I think. Yeah.
There's a few on my top 10 that I'm surprised that you didn't mention, but we'll talk about it in a second.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Love Smiling Friends. It's just so easy to watch. It's truly, truly hilarious. All the animation styles are great. I think it's just the perfect show. And it's a bummer. It is a crime that it's over. Did you know that? Did you hear about that?
I did not. I did not.
They canceled it just because the two guys, like, they didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah. They're just like, they're like, we got that out of our system. We want to do other things, which is like, that's a huge bummer because the show's so good.
Hopefully they make something else that you like just as much.
Yeah. Those two are freaking awesome. Anything they put their hands to is great.
Yeah.
So love Smiling Friends so much. Number 6 is a show I watched recently, but just freaking captured all of my attention all the way because I love crime and I love psychology and I love true crime. I love all of it. And this show is unbelievable. It's called Mindhunter. You ever watch Mindhunter?
I absolutely have seen Mindhunter.
Oh my Lord, man.
Yes.
Mindhunter is one of the best shows of all freaking time.
Yeah. Dude, I like kind of forgot about that show because I watched it somewhere around when it came out. And I did rewatch it a few years ago. But that show is incredible. The only thing that sucks is that they did not finish the show. It
Bro.
got canceled, and it kind of feels like it ends in like the middle of the show.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Crime. It's perfect true crime television.
It really is. The acting in that show from the main character, who I forget his name, but he actually plays the king in Hamilton.
I was just about to ask you if you knew that.
Yeah.
It was such a crazy connection when I was watching that show for the first time.
I absolutely did. Yeah, because originally my older sister recommended it to me, and she loves Hamilton, so she's like, "This is the guy who plays the king in Hamilton."
Yeah,
and I was like, "That's a little weird." He crushed it.
It's
and
unbelievable.
That show is just awesome. I do love stuff like that. Like Criminal Minds is awesome. That show is awesome.
But and what I love so much about it is like, they are the foundation. I mean, that's a real story. Those are real people.
Yes.
And what they did is the foundation for basically everything we know about the modern serial killer that is like so prevalent through pop culture today.
Oh, yeah.
And to like kind of have this dramatic biopic of how all of that psychology research got started is like mental for me.
It was really cool to see. Gosh. It was really cool to see how underground it all was.
Yes.
And I mean, they were literally like pushed down into a basement. There was like 3 people working on this thing at the FBI, which is insane. And just to see everything that went into that, it was so cool.
And
I was
now
super
think
intrigued.
That all of that is commonplace.
Yeah.
Like, you're an idiot if you don't know the stuff that they were researching back in the 70s.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I loved every second of it. I lost sleep because I wanted to finish the show so bad.
Dude.
Man, it was so good.
I binged it too when I was first watching it.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I watched it all within a handful of days.
I loved every single second of it.
Yes.
It was fantastic.
Sidebar, I just thought of a show that absolutely should have been on my top 10. I don't know what I would have taken off to put it on there or where it would be. And I'm going to see if you say it. And if not, we'll talk about it a little bit after.
I think I might know.
Well, actually, you might know, but I don't think you've actually ever seen this show. So.
Okay, then maybe I don't.
So, yeah. But we'll see. We'll see.
Getting into my top 5 now. My top 5, if you know me at all, is unbelievably predictable. Number 5 is a show that I watched on my honeymoon. It's called Archive 81.
Nice, dude.
Did you watch Archive 81?
Yeah,
after we told you to?
We did watch it after you told us to, yeah.
I have not stopped thinking about Archive 81 since I watched it. I think it's the perfect show.
That's awesome.
Now, I know that people get mad at the ending.
Yeah.
Don't care.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The ending sucked.
Ending
I
does
hated
not
the
suck.
ending.
If you are listening to this and you have not watched Archive 81, I implore you, do not look anything up. Just go turn it on Netflix right now. And I am going to ask you to choose to forget what Sam just said about the ending. And you decide for yourself what you think about the ending.
Yeah.
It is perfect television.
Sure.
It is one of the one shows that I'm like, if I could erase my mind and watch that again for the first time, I would. Because it does everything. It's got like the old tech. The actors and the characters are incredible. There's this like, I don't want to spoil it. Just go watch Archive 81. It's fantastic. In the very same vein of micro series on Netflix, my number 4 pick is a show that Mike Flanagan did called The Haunting of Hill House.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Unbelievable.
People do absolutely love this show.
I binged it in a single day, and it made me cry a number of times because I watched it probably like 7 or 8 months after I lost my dad. And to watch like these 5 siblings gather around over loss, but also tied with incredible horror elements, was like, it's perfect. And all the characters are written well. All of the actors and actresses are amazing. The way it ends, I think, is perfect. And then I don't remember the Shirley Jackson. I read the original book afterwards too. I don't know if you ever read the book, but it's way different, but it's very good.
Yeah.
Very good book.
This show just did not have an impact on me.
Sure.
I'm not a horror fan.
And that's something that that's a theme that we are
like
going
what's your
to,
number 1, like American Horror Story? Or something like that. But yeah, I'm not a huge horror fan. So yeah, this show just didn't stick with me, but I do understand why tons of people love this show.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 3, and I feel bad for not making this my number 1, sort of.
Oh.
But my number 3 is Invincible.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we don't need to talk more about it.
Yeah.
It's just perfect.
Yeah.
And
honestly, the only reason it's as low as it was on my list is because it's not done yet.
Yeah.
Like, because you just never know.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Hopefully it just keeps trending in the same direction it's going now, because if so, it will be probably the best superhero show of all time, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
And maybe my favorite show of all time.
Yeah, it's so great. Love it. My number 2 is I Think You Should Leave.
Wow. Yeah. Is that what you were talking about when you said that you were shocked I didn't have that on mine?
Yes.
Or is the next one going to be that too?
No.
Okay,
It's I Think You Should Leave.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Robinson today is Tim Robinson is literally one of my favorite people that has ever existed.
Yeah.
I think that I Think You Should Leave's impact on just comedy in general, it cannot be understated.
Yeah.
Like, it's perfect. I love I Think You Should Leave. Every single, I love even the sketches that people are like, this is bad. Doesn't matter. Put any of them on. Put any of them on at any time. It's perfect.
Yeah, there's none of the sketches that are bad.
Yeah.
People say they are. Maybe they're not as good as other ones.
Yeah.
They're all great. There's something to love about literally every sketch in that show.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's weird. I almost didn't even think of that, because I just don't even think of it as like a TV show.
I know.
I don't even know how to explain why that is. It just doesn't, even now that we're talking about it, I know it's a TV show, has episodes, has seasons, all the things. But it just isn't a TV show to me. But it's so great.
It's not a TV show. It's a cornerstone of comedy.
Yeah, dude. It's like an echelon above whatever a TV show is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is a freaking cornerstone.
Yeah.
It is just so perfect.
Yeah.
Love every second of it. If you know me, you know that I love I Think You Should Leave. And then my number 1 pick is The Office.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I can't blame you for that.
I literally, every single part of The Office is perfect.
Yeah.
Grew up on it. I would never not watch it. It's a security blanket TV show for me. It's just perfect. There's just nothing about it is bad. Even the parts where people think that they're bad, no, they're not. Like seasons 8 and 9, when Michael leaves, Robert California is awesome. Idris Elba is awesome.
Yeah.
And then even when Andy picks up managing, is it stellar? No, but it's still got some of the best story arcs of all time. I mean, even Andy trying out for American Idol and not working, but then he becomes a cultural phenomenon because of his crying audition is just perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I think all of it is awesome. It makes me cry every time I watch it. Michael Scott is the best character ever. It's so iconic. It's so foundational.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Throw me on anytime.
I definitely don't dislike the last 2 seasons as much as other people do. And I do think that specifically the last episode is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Perfect.
That could not have been a better last episode to that show.
Absolutely.
They did everything they needed to do. And yeah, I mean, I love Parks and Rec a lot more, obviously, and a lot of people compare these shows because they're done in a similar way.
And I think that they're the same guys.
Yeah. But in The Office, they acknowledge that they're making a documentary. But in Parks and Rec, they never do, which I find interesting because they're doing the same thing. They're pulling characters aside and they're talking one-on-one to the camera a lot, and acknowledging the camera. But it's not it's just really interesting. But yeah, I forget what my point was, but yeah, The Office is great. Cannot blame anybody for having that as their favorite show.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's the perfect show.
Yeah.
And so let me rapid fire these really quick. The Penguin, Good Place. Sherlock on the BBC. Smiling Friends, Mindhunter, Archive 81, The Haunting of Hill House, Invincible, I Think You Should Leave, and The Office.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
That's a wonderful list, dude. I love it.
I appreciate you saying that, King.
Except for Archive 81 shouldn't be on there.
No, that's not true. Archive 81 is a perfect show.
Yeah.
It's a perfect show. And that the lead guy in that show commands my attention the same way that Sterling K. Brown does.
You might be the only person who has that on their top 10 favorite shows of all time. I mean, it's in your top 5, right? Was it your number 5?
Yeah, number 5.
Yeah. So You're definitely the only person that has it in their top 5 shows of all time.
No, dude. No, it's awesome, man.
Except the people that made it.
You should go on r/archive81. People are like, when's season 2 coming? When's season 2 coming?
Season 2? What?
And it's never coming.
I mean, yeah.
It's fine. It's fine if it doesn't.
Yeah.
I would love to see how they conclude, even if they do like one more episode where they just try to get never mind.
Where they try to fix
no, I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, please. I'll just edit out the spoilers.
No, I'm not gonna spoil it, but they'd have to, just fix what they messed up in the last episode.
It's perfect. It's a perfect show.
Honestly, I was super into it.
Yeah,
it's so points, but then like it just took me out at the end.
I get it.
It took me out. But decide for yourselves.
Do you want to do the Mount Rushmore of terrible films?
Yes.
Cool.
And this can be a bit quicker.
Yeah.
But we are going to talk about our Mount Rushmore of movies that we acknowledge have major flaws, and yet we love them anyway.
Yeah.
And I think you should start with this one.
All right. You're going to really be so upset with me for this list, bro.
I didn't expect to be too mad at you, but now I'm prepared to be a little mad.
Let me contextualize 2 of my picks.
Okay, sure.
When I was 16 is when Zack Snyder started doing a lot of the DC movies. And I was all the way in on my Batman adoration at that time. And I still love Batman to this time.
Sure.
But 2 of my Mount Rushmore movies that I know are bad, but I love them anyway, are Batman versus Superman and the 2016 or 2017 Suicide Squad movies. Like,
wait, like the first Suicide Squad movie they made?
Now, hear me out. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Hear me out. Suicide Squad 2 is like literally one of the best movies ever.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Arguably James Gunn's best movie. Except it's not because he made Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyway, go ahead.
That is, I love. Yeah, you're getting there on that. I would say. I just love Suicide Squad because I think the characters were interesting. I didn't love Will Smith as Deadshot, but not for any other reason that I just think that Deadshot's a bit more of an intense character than what I think Will Smith can put on. I think Will Smith's a bit goofy.
He can be pretty intense, bro.
But then also like Suicide Squad, even though it was a bad movie, it gave us 21 Pilots Heathens.
Oh gosh.
And like for me, but dude, that was mind melting for someone like me.
Yes.
My favorite Batman, also having a 21 Pilots song in the soundtrack, that was mental. That was absolutely mental. And so those are 2.
Wow.
My other 2.
You also threw something in there.
What?
Your favorite Batman?
Do
you mean that Ben Affleck is your favorite Batman? Is that what you're saying?
I think that's a safe bet for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if he's in my top 4.
There's only like 5.
I know.
I really thought that for Ben Affleck playing a Dark Knight Returns adjacent Batman,
sure,
that crushes.
Yeah,
that crushes.
I do understand the sentiment of people saying like he's real big and very built and stocky and older, and he might be the most intimidating looking Batman. And I understand all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Just did not care for him as Bruce Wayne really at all.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I don't have much else to say, but
that's okay.
I just didn't care for it too much.
That's totally okay. We'll have to argue about Batman at some point.
Yeah. But continue. So you said Batman v Superman in the first Suicide Squad movie.
I know.
Yikes. Okay. 2 more, I guess.
Did you see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
No, but you can't tell me you like that.
Okay, so they made 2. The first one is so bad it's good type thing.
Sure.
The second one is just truly awful and really not like first one is so bad that it's like, okay, I mean, they did their best, but this is really bad. But there are moments that are like, ha ha, ha ha,
Yeah.
Second one is like trying way too hard. It's trying really hard to be super serious and build on this thing that they did the first time. And it just loses all of its charm. And it's really bad. First one though, very funny watch. That's one you could sit down with your friends and watch and be like, wow, this is quite awful.
Yeah.
This is quite awful.
Yeah.
Now does that mean you should watch it? Probably not. It's probably not good for someone to watch it, but it's on my movies that I think are funny to watch and I hate.
Sure.
And then, dude, because I grew up on it and it's what got me into Indiana Jones. I love Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, man.
Oh my gosh.
People hate it, but I love it.
Wow. You know what's so funny? I have an Indiana Jones movie on my list too. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. I have one on my list because
very funny.
This is one of the first things that popped into my head when I thought of this list. But anyway, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Thank you.
That's good. Those are great picks.
Thank you.
Those are horrible picks, but they're great.
Well, I mean, that is the point.
You successfully made a list of bad movies that you like.
Yeah,
That's
I love
great.
them. I love them. And I don't want this to like ruin my integrity of like, oh, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to digital media. But
No. We're all allowed, I believe, to have a handful of questionable takes and stuff like that.
Well,
I think that's what makes us all unique.
Yeah.
We all agree on certain things being amazing, and we all disagree on certain things being amazing too.
So true.
Wonderful. Most of my picks for this are nostalgia based.
Sure.
Movies that I loved rewatching after they came out when I was a kid or like, a teenager or whatever. That now looking back on them, some of them are awful, are disasters of movies, but I still love.
Yeah.
And one I haven't seen in a long time, and this will be the first one I'll tell you, is The Masters of Disguise. Have you ever seen or heard of this movie?
I don't know what that is.
It is just an absurdly weird movie. There is a plot, but it's very strange. Nothing that anybody does in this movie makes any sense.
I recognize this sort of.
Yes. This was a movie that you could not get me to stop watching when I was a kid.
It's got a 1% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes, it does. It actually, if you look up the worst movies ever list on Rotten Tomatoes, it is on there.
It's so
on that
funny.
list. And I love this movie so much. I watched it so much as a kid. I found it hilarious. There's this scene where he's literally laying in a field of cows and he's dressed up as like grass. He's laying in this grass, but part of the disguise, because he's a master of disguise, is like a ginormous cow poop that is like where his face is at. And then, it's just like utterly ridiculous. He's wearing a turtle costume at a very fancy party and acting like a crazy guy and just saying turtle over and over again.
Wow.
Yeah,
This
insane.
sounds not
What a lovely
enjoyable.
movie. If you it's probably not. And I would watch it and love it. And anyone else who had never seen it would watch it and be like, there's nothing to like about this movie.
What a lovely movie is such a hilarious sentence.
Yeah. It is lovely. It's a lovely movie. Okay. My second pick, I don't know if this is kind of funny. I'm saying this movie is bad because I've quite literally never heard of anyone else who's seen this movie. And I'm curious to see if you've even heard of it. It's called The Paper Brigade.
No, I don't even know what that is.
Okay. This is, I believe when this originally came out, it was like a for television movie, but it was not made by Disney. But it did play on things like Disney Channel and stuff. It's kind of a coming of age movie.
Huh, Robert Englund's in it.
Yes, Robert Englund plays a crazy old war veteran man who sets up booby traps around his house for the paper delivery people because he does not want them cutting across his yard. But he ends up helping the main character get back at the
Freddy
bully.
Krueger Secret Origin.
Yeah, so this movie is bad for a couple of reasons because I want to kind of explain why it's bad and why I love it. So it's bad because the bullies are bullying these kids by stealing their paper route.
Okay.
Yeah. So no kid, like you're bullying someone into taking their job so you can do work.
Yeah.
Don't know any kid who's doing that.
Right.
Although they are making it easier for themselves because they're older and they can drive, but the other kids have bikes, so that, like steal their paper route. They drive around and chuck papers everywhere. Horrible kids. So I think that's kind of bad. Now, what's great about this movie, though, besides the premise of the movie, which is not great, is the love story. So he has this crush on this girl, which is great, and all their interactions are hilarious, and it ends nice and sweet. He comes to know this old lady on his paper delivery route who always makes him cookies and is always watching baseball because her husband passed away and loved baseball. And at the end, they go to a baseball game. Super sweet. Wonderful movie. Um, yeah, there's so much to love about this movie. They get the bullies back by setting up all these crazy traps for them along the paper route. And they drain their car of gas, so they can't use their car, so they got to take the bikes, and then this all plays into it. Then Robert England, they get to his house, and he attacks them all with paintball guns and stuff like that. It is like awesome.
Yeah.
You know, you're just rooting against these kids. It's so fun. But yeah, it's probably not a great movie,
Yeah.
but it is a great movie.
Yeah.
And I did give it a 5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it, but
Dude, I'm pretty sure you can literally look it up on YouTube and just watch it on YouTube.
Dude,
It's like a little
yeah.
over an hour long.
Okay.
Totally worth every second of it.
Perhaps I will, dude.
Okay. I said I had an Indiana Jones movie on this list. I have Indiana Jones, The Temple of Doom.
I don't think Temple of Doom's bad though.
It is.
No, it's not.
It's bad.
No, it's not. There are moments that are less good than the rest of the series, but it's not even the worst Indiana Jones movie.
I agree. I love it.
I think that it goes 1, 3, 2, 4, 5.
Oh, so you think it's the third best Indiana Jones movie, right?
For
'Cause
sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's bad because the whole the whole thing in the actual temple is just so absurdly ridiculous. Like it's just, I mean, I know it's like, you know, kind of an action adventure whatever type of movie, but just like going from the first one to, obviously there's some supernatural element there with like the Ark of the Covenant, and all that stuff. But the whole temple thing where there's these like weird, like, I don't know, like people who are ripping people's hearts out like in this thing, and then they lower them down in this lava thing. I'm like, it's kind of weird. It just did not feel the same.
Well,
and
it's interesting. I don't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry that I did.
No.
So do you know anything about the Hindu god that they're sacrificing to?
No.
It's really interesting. The Hindu god they're sacrificing to is the Hindu god Kali, and Kali is a Indian Hindu god whose whole thing is sacrificing men to empower women, and the culture or the followers of Kali that are there in the Temple of Doom are called Thuggis, which is what they were called back in the 1800s when Kali was like the biggest deal in Hinduism. And the word Thuggy, they would go on and they would kill a bunch of men. They would do village raids, so on and so forth. And we get our word thug, that guy's a thug, from the atrocities of the Hindu Thuggis. And so now, is there the supernatural element in ancient Hinduism of dipping a guy down into lava and ripping his heart out? No. But, I mean, in a manner of speaking, getting that part of ancient Hinduism correct, they sort of did, you know?
Sure. I mean, I can get on board with all that. That kind of changes my perspective on it a little. Yeah, it just felt like so far away from Raiders of the Lost Ark for some reason.
Indiana Jones is at his best when he's pursuing a Christian archaeological piece of history, you know, which I know is a dumb thing to say, but
this
like
is true.
It is. I mean, those are the best ones.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. So I don't know. I just remember that was like one of those movies that I would watch when I was younger, before I would really think about movies this way, and just be like, there was like just parts of that were just stupid and I didn't like.
Sure.
So to be fair, I haven't seen it in a while, but I just remember when I was a kid being like, this is like so weird and absurd, and I just like don't like this whole sequence of this movie.
Sure.
And it kind of makes it bad. But I love it because it's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It's Harrison Ford. He's got the hat. He's got the whip. He's on an adventure.
It's
I'll watch
iconic.
all of it. Yeah, I'll watch all of it. I like the movie.
Yes, absolutely.
But it is bad for certain reasons. So, okay.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, my fourth one, which you're aware of this, I believe, because we talked about this somewhat recently, is The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, that was up there for me too, putting it
Yeah.
on my list. Like, I think that we probably have the exact same opinion on it.
Yeah, probably.
Like, we
That it's a little
recognize
bit of a
that,
mess.
but it's great.
Yeah. I mean, I love Electro.
Yeah.
I love Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
I strongly dislike Emma Stone, but this is by far her best movie. Everything they do with her character is wonderful.
We're just killing her.
Well, no, not that. I mean, that is great
Yeah, I
for
just
the
love
movie.
when she breaks her back.
I mean, for the movie, it's great. No, but like the love story in that movie
Yeah.
between the two of them is like way better than the first one. The
Yeah.
first one is bad, but I don't enjoy it with Andrew Garfield. I didn't necessarily like that much what they did with his parents and all that whole aspect of it, and the Dr. Connors was uninteresting. I didn't really buy the whole thing of like because I mean I get that the lizard thing kind of made him crazy or whatever, and so that's why he wanted to turn everybody into a lizard and evolution and all that stuff. But I just didn't care. Like I just didn't care at all. And when he turned back to a guy with no arm, I was like, I feel like he should have just dealt with not having an arm.
Yeah.
Just because you're like smart doesn't mean you should try to do that. Anyway,
Yeah.
didn't care for it. Second one is awesome though. All the action is great.
What'd you think
Andrew
of,
Garfield's Spider-Man is just peak in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
What did you think of that Green Goblin?
That is the worst part of the movie.
No doubt.
For sure. Other than the fact that he's the reason that Gwen ends up dying, which makes Andrew's Spider-Man like that much better in my opinion.
Sure.
He sucks and is horrible, and the look of it is horrible. The look is awful. Like Green Goblin shouldn't look
weird.
like that.
It's weird.
I get what they were trying to do. I saw the vision for it a little, so I kind of give it a small pass on the look. But that he unfortunately also just I don't know if it's the writing or whatever. He just didn't do well with that role.
I don't I like that guy who did the acting.
I like him too. He's really good in that one superhero movie. It's like a found footage superhero movie that I'm forgetting what it's called. Chronicle. You ever seen that?
No.
Dude, I think Michael B. Jordan's in it too, and that guy and another. It's great.
Okay.
Super good. You should
look
watch
into
it.
it.
But anyway, he's great in that movie. Not too good in this movie. I didn't even like when he was just talking before he like went crazy. I was just like, eek. Like I don't know. I didn't buy that they were like friends. Mostly because of him. Like it just didn't seem real.
Yeah.
I don't know. But other than that, like, yeah, that movie has some obvious flaws and stuff, but Electro is awesome.
Yeah.
That whole
Jamie
fight.
Foxx crushes it.
Oh, so good.
Doesn't even matter what Jamie Foxx is in. He's just so good.
Yeah. That is the best Spider-Man suit we've ever gotten in live action by far.
Sure.
Um,
What do you think about Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit? Because low-key, it's like one of my favorites. Because it's just so weird.
Wow, I couldn't disagree more.
That's okay.
The yellow eyes are weird.
I think they're all right.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about the look of that one the eyes I did not like, which is such a, I mean, it's a stupid complaint. I don't know. The second one, though.
I don't think it's, I mean, that's what most people say.
Yeah, the suit from the second one, though, is just so perfect.
It's very good.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
It's very good.
And, you know, Spider-Man's just one of the best characters of all time. So,
Yeah.
like, this movie's just great.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
my list.
that's a very good list. It's a great list
Yeah.
in so many ways.
Thank you.
Well, that was fun.
It was
Let's do
fun.
it again soon, yeah?
Let's do it again soon.
That's episode 1. If you've been listening, thank you so much. We appreciate it and we love you very much. And we'll see you next week. Follow us on social media.
Yeah.
Follow the podcast, like the podcast, tell your friend about a podcast, put it in your group chat, put it in your family group chat and say, hey, if you want to waste a bunch of your time, now's the time to do it. If you like any of the things that we talked about, go watch them so
Yeah.
we can interface about it
Yeah.
because that'd be fun.
And I think Spotify has comments. So go ahead and put some things in the
comments?
comments. Yeah, you can comment on
Oh.
podcasts now.
Dude, that's
Did you know
new.
that?
That's new
So
intel.
I invite you all to, you know, leave some comments on what you agree or disagree with us about,
Yeah.
and what would be on your Mount Rushmore of bad movies
Yes.
that you enjoy.
And if you think that Temple of Doom is good, follow the podcast.
And if you watch Archive 81, and you think it's good, and then all of a sudden you hate it because it sucks,
No.
then go ahead
I
and follow the
reject this
podcast and give us a
Archive.
5-star rating.
I reject this Archive 81 slander. It's so good. It's so good. It's okay, though. I love you still, my best friend. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week with some fun content.
See ya.
Bye.